Solve the following pair of simultaneous equations. Notice that we have this equation, 5x minus 6y is equal to 18, and we have 3x plus 8y is equal to 5. First, we label this equation 1, and then we label this as equation 2. Next, we're going to make y the subject of equation 1. And so this is equation 1, so we're going to make y the subject. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take 5x and we're going to send it over the equal sign. And so when we send it over the equal sign, that gives us negative 6y is equal to 18 minus 5x. The next thing that we do is we divide both sides by negative 6. And so this cancels with this. So we have that y is equal to 18 minus 5x all over negative 6. And that's what y is. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to label this as equation 3. And so y is equal to 18 minus 5x all over negative 6. And that's equation 3 right there. And so the next step is that we're going to substitute equation 3 and we're going to put it into equation 2. All right. And so we have 3x plus 8y is equal to 5. And so we're going to take y, this same equation 3, and we're going to substitute it into equation 2. All right. So we're going to take equation 3 and we're going to substitute it into equation 3. And so y, right, y is equal to 18 minus 5x all over 6. And so we have 3x plus 8, open bracket, 18 minus 5x all over negative 6 is equal to 5. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply. And so we multiply 8 times 18, and 8 times 18 is 144. And we multiply 8 times 5, and that gives us 40. And so what we have here, what we actually have is 8 times 5x. And so 8 times 5x is going to be 40x, and we keep the negative sign, and we still have it over negative 6. And so we have 3x plus 144 minus 40. So we have 3x plus 144 minus 40x all over negative 6 is equal to 5. Now what we want to do here is we want to get rid of this negative 6 at the bottom so that we wouldn't have anything in the denominator. And so that's what we're going to do in this step. We're going to multiply everything in this equation by negative 6. Every term in this equation by negative 6. And so we have negative 6 times 3x, negative 6 times this quantity here, and negative 6 times 5. And so what that does is that allows us to cancel this negative 6 with this negative 6. And so that's how we eliminate the denominator. And so but we still have to multiply negative 6 times 3x, which gives us negative 18x. And since we eliminated these two, so since we cancel out these two, we are left with just the numerator, which is 144 minus 40x. So this is 144 minus 40x. And we have negative 6 times 5, and negative 6 times 5 is negative 30. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take the 144, we're going to send it over the equal sign. And so this is going to be negative 144. So we have negative 30 minus 144, and we have negative 18x minus 40x. And negative 18x minus 40x is going to be negative 58x is equal to negative 174. How do we get negative 174? Because the negative 30 minus 144 is equal to negative 174. But we still want to solve for x. And so what we have to do is we have to divide both sides of this equation by negative 58. We cancel this with this, so we get that x is equal to negative 174 divided by negative 58. And when we divide it, we get x is equal to 3. And so that's what x is. X is equal to 3. Next, we're going to substitute x is equal to 3 into equation 3 and solve for y. And so what is equation 3? We got this right here. Equation 3 is y is equal to 18 minus 5x all over negative 6. What is x? Well, x is 3. And so we're going to substitute that value into this equation. And so we have 5 times x. And so what we have is 18 minus 5 times 3 all over negative 6. And so 18 minus 5 times 3 is going to be equal to 3. And we still have negative 6 at the bottom here. And so what we have is 3 divided by -6, and that's going to be -0.5. And so that means that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to -0.5. And that's the answer to this question.